the videos of these brazen robberies are cause for tremendous concern. And no Belizean wants to see, as we've seen a couple of them result in death of a police officer. But the trauma to the overall society is something which has to be addressed. The question that still remains and echoes to this current threat is whether or not the proper tool is being waved in front of the Belizean people. And in order for us to assess what will be effective, we first have, which we did not have the first time, we first have a reference point as to what happens during a state of emergency. And we also have the opportunity to assess whether or not the last one was effective. It is important for us to not get into a quicksand solution, like a drug where you take a little bit of the painkiller, but you don't treat the actual problem, and then you end up taking more dosages and more dosages until the actual medicine is ineffective. Also of concern is the issue of, I'm listening to the language of the police department, and it is of grave concern to us because the invoking of a state of emergency is a political decision. It is something which is decided on by the legislative arm of government. The police, which forms under the executive arm of government, cannot invoke a state of emergency. And maybe it was a misspeaking, or maybe he was referring to a recommendation that probably will be made. If it is a recommendation that he is making, or if the police is making, then we hope that the proper consultation is done to make sure we get it right.